Genji 2 is an action game which is based on Japanese history. Being based on history, the stages of the game will also be based on famous battles which actually took place in ancient Japan. So here's this giant enemy crab.
No matter what you think about Guilty Gear, you'll never be at the 1200 hours and realizing that 2P is not a low. I was shocked at myself because I just never knew. I thought it was a low.
What made you realize that too? Something triggered it. I don't remember what it was.
I a mirror match against a Potemkin, and I 2P'd the Hammerfall, and he still clapped me.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, that's not real. What? Wait, what?
Yeah, your 2P does look like a low. I could see why you would think that.
I mean, most of them are like...
That's because like your hands are the size of someone's body. So it looks like your
hands are knee size.
It's a low, mid, and a high. I just thought I was holding down, so that makes it a low. Although you'd think that doesn't connect with H or slash or anything. It doesn't matter. I just thought it was a fast, low move. I was like, why would I use this instead of 2K? It's the same, right? Like, it's all the same. Who cares? Anyway, welcome to the Giant Enemy Crab Podcast.
Hey,
we're back. We're here
back
with some news. I think that's all our Guilty Gear we're gonna get into. We'll stay away from that. I'm your co-host Fliz. I'm joined by my two wonderful other co-hosts, KylarEmiya.
Hello.
And Strider1.
Greetings.
And the question I have for you gentlemen is, what percentage of Twitch do you think is generally considered bots, as in paid for Viewbots to bring up a Twitch streamer's average view count? What like percentage of viewers total
of accounts?
What percentage of accounts are bots on Twitch according to, well, just guess first.
That's an interesting question, because I know recently they did discover that like there are more bots on the internet now than there are actually humans. Like for sure.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, that checks out. Yeah.
So I'd assume it's the same thing here. So it'd probably be over 50%.
I was gonna say that's like 66%.
I'd say around like either 60 to 70. I'll go with 65.
65. He's locking it in. You're actually overshooting it a bit okay. So today we're talking about viewbotting. So on Twitch, the general consensus, I've seen two numbers, one with research. The researched one is 40%, and that was as of 8 months ago. 40% of all viewers, basically half of everybody you talk to on Twitch or you see in a chat is a viewbot.
Oh, okay. So we had the right idea then.
You had the right idea. On Kick, which is Twitch for degenerates, that is up to around 70%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The reason I figured I'd talk about this a little bit today is that Twitch recently announced that they were going to start pushing real hard on viewbotting. We've known it's a huge problem. Anybody who's used the internet in any fashion with any social media can just scroll through comments and go, wow, that's a bot. That's a bot. That unless I'm not even going to say it. If you look at any set of comments, there's a lot of bots in there. Twitch is no different. So the CEO, Dan Clancy, has revealed, or, for lack of a better term, which it's kind of been an open secret for a long time, that everybody's artificially inflating their view counts. Like everybody is. And doing some research on this, I went and checked out this guy. I hadn't heard of him until today. His name is Devin Nash. I highly suggest you go check out his videos. He is into tech and marketing, and he's a brand marketer who's basically retired and does it as a hobby and social media at this point. But he had some really good insights on everything involving bots. He had a couple videos on there. I went and checked out Josh Strife Hayes, who I like. Go check him out doing Mamorpaga reviews, among other things. He had a little conversation on bots. It's just big right now. Like I said, especially because of Twitch releasing this statement. Okay, let's do the quote so I'm not misspeaking here. For channels identified as persistently viewbotting, we will apply a cap to the streamer's concurrent viewership for a fixed period of time on all Twitch surfaces. The cap will be based upon historical data regarding that creator's non-viewbotted traffic. So what this means is that they're going to be looking at your previous history up until when they think the viewbotting started. And then if they believe the viewbotting started, they're going to put a cap basically and knock you back down to where you were. Now you may think this sounds like a good thing. And I mean, any step forward does. This is kind of a really half-assed way to do it. Watching Flats talk about it today, his big concern was like, let's say you're streaming Marvel Rivals and you have 5,000 viewers regularly. What happens when drops happen? Suddenly you're up to 10,000. And now Twitch is going to go, are those bots? Because they're not typing in chat. They're just lurking the whole time to get the drops. And while the streamer is getting paid for that through advertising, apparently Twitch will now look at that. He's afraid Twitch is going to look at that and go, oh, well, you're botting now because your cap is not, suddenly you have a huge increase. And if you don't know, Flats is an Overwatch Marvel streamer. He kind of blew up over the past couple of years. Check him out as well. He's got some good content. Now, I don't know if that's how they're going to do things. It doesn't seem right in every aspect, because this is kind of a problem I have with a lot of rules we make where we're punishing people when we should be punishing the mechanism that allows it to happen. So in this case, that would be like, we're looking at like small, if you're a streamer and you're viewbotting, you're done. Devin Nash had the great idea, which I agree with. And he was saying that if you really want to kill this thing, you really have to go after the top viewbotters. And he named all not a ton of people, but like, basically he did a independent review. Basically he took, they created a bot or a code to go through 15,000 Twitch channels and basically record which had a bunch of the same viewers in it with names like AAAA1, obvious bots. And he did this with his company or with his team, and then also had another independent source do their own research, and they came to the same conclusion that 400 of the top 500 streamers are viewbotting every time they get on. Which is, you might think it's like, who's this really hurting, right? Like you look at it and you're like, it's not that big of a deal. There's problems with that. And this is part of why I'm noticing when Twitch is coming out saying this, right? Flats had the idea that like, this is going to kill ad revenue and advertisers are not going to want to come if the views are down on everything. And I'm sitting here like, I feel like Twitch is taking this stance because advertisers are already leaving, right? Like Twitch would definitely be reactionary rather than proactive on this front. Like they seem that's kind of the stance they've held. I remember when I was streaming, everybody was playing music on their streams. Y'all remember this? Just regular ass copyright music all over the place. And then a couple big streamers got banned for the DMCA strikes, right?
Yep, I remember that.
And all of us, because this was all during COVID, we were all scrambling around trying to find like the best free copyright music, and it's all trash. It was like pissing me off to no end, or trying to find like workarounds where you could play music, but it wouldn't be recorded on your channel. And eventually, basically everybody stopped for like a year playing music on their streams. They're back to it now, obviously.
Yep.
But it worked, right? You basically made examples of a few people and suddenly that worked. The same thing happened with hot tub streams. Those are nowhere near like they used to be. There was a period where you couldn't get away from seeing Amaranth all over the front page, right? All these girls just sitting in hot, and advertisers were like, hey, hey, Twitch, I don't really want Pepsi associated with this. And then those got shot in the back. They got taken out back and shot in the head. Like, those hot tub streams aren't the same thing they were before. So I think that is actually extremely effective. Why, like, you'd think like maybe a ton of views would equal more ads, and you think there's more eyes on it. But the ad companies know this. They have I forget the term for it. They have a whole acronym for it. But basically, they understand that when they're showing their ad to 20,000 people and 10,000 of them are bots, there's no actual real return on that. They know. They're not getting new purchases. They know that it's being, it's bots advertising to bots, and nothing good is coming from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I would expect to see a lot of big streamers and like it's everybody. And he kind of Josh Strive Hayes was equating it to why it's bad for streamers in general, right? He was equating it. You might have some knowledge on this, Lionel, because you were big into working out for a bit. He was equating it to basically gym slop or, fitness social media and stuff, where it's like 10 years ago, somebody who was beyond fit is considered normal now because everybody doing fit stuff is geared out. Everybody's basically cheating to get to the top using all kinds of, growth hormones and gear and all kinds of stuff. And they're not even like private about it.
No. Yeah, that's something I definitely have heard about a lot. It's a huge problem in like a lot of younger, basically younger generation is using like lots of different gear, knowing that it's bad for them and knowing that it shortens their life because they want to look like the people that is on social media because they think it's a shortcut. So yep, I definitely know
exactly.
About that.
And what they're seeing is the like epitome of what the human body can be. Not just people normally, like the new normal is extreme.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There isn't like a natty person is never going to match up to the guy who's been doing gear for 5 years ever. Like that's just not a thing.
No.
And what it does is, like I said, it creates a new normal that is unattainable. Same thing with like seeing influencers on TikTok with millions of views talking about their nice house and their wonderful relationship and all this cool stuff they have, when in actuality that's like such a small percent of the population. But you're seeing that on every reel you scroll through, and it causes people to view that as normal when it's absolutely not. Same thing with these views. Like if you want to be a Twitch streamer and you hop on there and you see like, it doesn't just affect you mentally that like having sub 1,000 viewers is nothing, but it actually affects your stream as well. Because if you're sub so many viewers, you're never gonna, nobody's at like, maybe people looking for smaller streams will find you, which does happen. If your content's good and people like you and you got a few viewers and they'll see you if you put on the right show, but the average person is just going to click on, Asmongold or something. Whoever's sitting at the top of the Overwatch or whatever game you want to play or look at, they're going to click on whoever's at the top of there. That's just how that works. And if everybody at the top is spending thousands of dollars a month to Viewbot, good luck everybody else, I guess.
Yeah.
So I hope this changes a little bit. I don't think it will. Like I said, the only remedy I see working is to just, 6-month permaban these people who are at the, like, not, you don't even have to do a ton of them, just enough to make headlines and then watch that drop. I even thought I should like, should we Viewbot this video just to see what happens?
No.
10,000 views compared to what, 10? We're doing so well. It's magic.
I think I can't imagine we're not going to have technology soon that can just identify bots extremely fast at this point. Because I mean, we're already starting to make stuff, especially with as much as people hate it, AI, LLM agents are very versatile. And we already have found that they're actually really good at figuring out, like, basically unveiling internet, like, anonymity, where they have when they like release a data set of like people and their posts online, they have a 90% accuracy rating for finding out who those people actually are.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Within like seconds, right?
Yeah.
And that's skewed a little bit because that's when they can answer, and they can only answer like 67% of the time. But when they can, they're right 9 times out of 10, which is really, really good statistically. The whole ethics of whether internet anonymity should be a thing is a whole other conversation. But the main point is like, there's probably more technology that you can use to identify and get rid of bots, but I don't know whether like Twitch actually wants to try to do that or not, or if they're just going to go, if they think this is kind of the better route.
It all depends on whether advertisers pull out or not.
Yeah.
Right? Like they don't care about viewbotting as long as the advertiser money rolls in. And now I mean, in my opinion, something changed. Somebody big pulled out, was like, hey, we're just not making our money back. Because he also mentioned that, and this is Devin Nash again, he talked about, because he used to do brand deals for influencers on all kinds of platforms, and he said Twitch live streaming is the most expensive to viewbot on, to have live concurrent viewers on, relative to like a YouTube video or a Twitter post or something. So this isn't a cheap process, which also Flats had the idea. He was scared that like, well, people can viewbot you. Let's say somebody hates you, somebody really doesn't want to deal with you, or it's just, somebody targets you and just, slams you with viewbots for a week. Now you're banned for viewbotting. That does happen, except mine was a lot more racist when I got viewbotted. They were real mad about the fact I wasn't white.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had Black Lives Splatter just plastered all through my chat. I was like, but I got like 300 viewers right now, so I'm killing it. They're all just horrible, racist robots. I wish I knew who did that too. I have no idea. I didn't make any enemies like that. At least I didn't think I did.
Do we know what Twitch does currently to like fight bots? Like what technology they currently implement?
That I do not know.
No?
Maybe while I'm rambling, you can take a look, but it's always seemed like it wasn't much of anything, especially when their competitor Kick is doing it even more, and Kick seems to love it. Some of the names that they dropped for like all the FaZe clan, they're all view blotting on Twitch. Oh, a lot of these. The one I was interested in was the Burnt Peanut, because his rise to fame he's really popular right now. Sadly, well, I guess not sadly, but it seems like he might be legit from everything I've seen. Extra Emily, who I've heard that name. I don't watch that, but they have been known to be alleged viewbotters. Hassan Piker, Asmongold, also alleged viewbotters. Kai Sanat. Oh, no, sorry, excuse me. Reggie, also faking audience numbers. These are allegations that are probably true, but, that's just my opinion. So anyway, if somebody did want to hurt you using bots, like, it's going to cost them upwards of $1,000, couple $1,000 for them to just, harass you with bots. So they're really going to want to do it would be such an edge case that it's almost not worth considering. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even then, if I would like to think there's like, a people at Twitch who it would be so rare that it could be looked at, by a human and seen like, oh yeah, you were hate rated or something. You were view botted by somebody else. You didn't do this. Obviously you didn't want this. This is too noticeable. I hope there's some change there, because the second part of this that I got sucked into is kind of, we'll say, depressing. Oh, no. Did you have any comments on viewbotting, or are you guys good there?
I was just gonna say I don't know like any kind of like technology or anything that Twitch uses to handle viewership botting right now before this. But looking at their like support page, it looks like what's very clear is that they're worried about like who's responsible, because it mentions multiple times that even if you see someone view botting, like don't harass them about it, because they may not even be the person behind it. So clearly they have experience with this, and they are struggling to figure out how to manage it too. Yeah,
maybe like if I like when I was like streaming and I got hit with viewbots, I don't know how to do that, and I've never looked into it, but like I was very open about the fact, oh hey guys, I'm getting hate rated, like this is very obvious. I've definitely run into other streamers that I knew personally where I was like, dude, are you botting right now? Like these comments are wild, and you were running 5 viewers before, now you're at 100. What's going on? or any stream where there's a couple hundred people, but there's nobody talking.
Yeah,
that person's viewbotting.
I've seen that. There's only like one or two people actually talking, but there's like 200 people supposedly watching the stream. Yeah.
Yep. So, kind of in line with viewbotting is the other thing I got sucked into, which is Devin Nash again. Man, I'm gonna have to watch some more of his videos. He seemed really knowledgeable. I'm sure there's people who disagree with what he says, but I found everything he said extremely like logical. He went into why suddenly, like, I'll be scrolling YouTube, right? Okay, the big one right now, the fastest rising Twitch, not Twitch, but he's on Kick, is Clavicular. Have you guys heard that name?
I have not.
Really?
Nope.
Strider, nothing?
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, he's where all the terms like looks maxing and mogging.
Yeah. I've
It's
seen
all that
one
shit.
video with him. Yes, I've seen this. But funny enough, on a fitness channel that I watched, went over like an interview he did or something on a podcast or something.
Yeah,
And
he's been blowing up all over everything lately, and it's bad news. Like, this is not what you want your kids getting into. This is like right next to incel. Looks are the only things that matter. Literal, like, very openly admits to taking all kinds of drugs, from like meth to Adderall to just do streaming. Like, and it's not a good thing.
It was for like he said he took Adderall to like enhance the look of his cheekbones or something, and it's like it doesn't make any sense. Sorry, go on.
No, it's weird listening to him, because I've actually ended up watching a few interviews with him, and he's not stupid. Like, he speaks well, he's intelligent. He just places a lot of value, like way more value than necessary, on looks. When he's already a like fairly handsome guy, from what I could tell, like, you're fine, but you know, it's body dysmorphia is everywhere.
Yeah.
So he's been blowing up with literally billions of views. And so Devin Nash looked into this, and he found that it's looking real bad for content creators right now, because he stumbled upon basically clip farms. And if you don't know what those are, basically there's all these Discord servers, all little Discord servers, from private ones to open ones you can just join, ones that you're directed to, ones you have to be only, invite only to. And their whole job is they place bounties on clicks, on views, on everything, for people to make shorts and content that are basically, show here's a clip from Clavicular stream, and if it gets 300,000 views, you can make, turn it in and you'll get $5,000 from us. And this is going on like crazy. So like, this guy's putting out 61,000 shorts a month from these, like little Discord servers, and people are getting paid for it. Spending just him alone, the cost for what's going on for these bounties and things that are happening in these Discord servers is upwards of like $500,000 per month. Just God. in paying for people to make shorts and TikToks and just basically mass marketing. And I was kind of sad when he really went into it. He found ones for Clavicular. There were ones for Asmongold. There's ones for the names he mentioned, Caleb Hammer. And the one that kind of cracked me up, and this is why he got famous. This is not what Devin Nash said. This is what I'm assuming is why Pirate Software blew up, because his name was in there too, of Discord. Because you remember there was a certain week or two, and from that point on, every 5 or 6 shorts, one would be about, well, I worked at Blizzard and I did this, and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, all right,
yeah,
not a bad short, but yeah, it was just getting blasted. And they know this. They're invested in this, or their teams have invested in this for them. And the other part of this is that while this is kind of happening with all kinds of huge creators, the Kick streaming platform actually has like a clip content creators program that you can apply for, where Kick itself will pay you to promote through, TikTok accounts and stuff, their streamers. So basically all this money for it's Kick putting a ton of money, and you have to have the Kick logo and they have guidelines for how you have to make these and turn them in. And if you make this and it makes 300,000 views or something, or 1 million views on this, but the Kick logo isn't there, they won't pay you. You have to have, it has to follow a very specific guideline. That's why you'd see the one that was big for a while was stake gambling. I'd see all over the place, where there would just be a little stake logo in the corner or some stupid nonsense garbage. Anyway, the point of this is basically to explain why, if you're, you have your algorithm set up, right? And you think, oh, I have all this good stuff, I have this. And then every once in a while you just get some trash that you're like, I've never shown any interest in this subject whatsoever. This is why, because there's groups of people releasing hundreds of thousands of clips based on people to make money. And a lot of these clip makers come from third world countries. A lot of them are from, the US and stuff, where money's money. But if you have the time and the software, you can make some good money doing this. You just have to watch a bunch of terrible streams. So I just thought it was funny that Pirate Software was in there, because I always laughed at that. He just came out of nowhere and suddenly was everywhere. This is why.
I remember there's a clip of him explaining how he planned his stream times around being very early in the morning when most of the other large streamers were streaming or something. But he got very, very large for that being the only thing he did. So I guess that's starting to make a bit more sense. Huh.
It's literally just there's a behind the scenes process where you think my algorithm is designed for you. Actually, your algorithm's kind of bought and paid for at this point, which is why this is all kind of really sad, because the idea of YouTube and Twitch and a lot of social media platforms in general is as long as your content is good, people will find it. And that's not really the case anymore, because even if your stuff is good, what this is doing is, let's take Clavicular for an example. Even though nobody's searching Clavicular, when 100,000 videos are uploaded with his name in there, this tricks the algorithm into going, oh, everybody's interested in this, I'm going to start throwing this everywhere. So good luck getting away from it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm saying this, and if you think about it, it's pretty obvious that this is the end effect of how everything good is going to get monetized, and robbed basically, and cheated.
The enshittification begins.
It's been going on, but now it's kind of in the light. This came to light. The video I watched was from 3 weeks ago, so this is fairly recently that he did all this investigative work. It's just sad because it's not like it used to be, like I said, where you make good content and people find it. It's just not gonna, the algorithms won't allow that at this point. So I had something else. I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all right. Anyway, Kick is the worst perpetrator of all this. They don't care though. Like I said, that's all degeneracy. That's where all your IRL streamers harassing people in public go. I wish it was a little different, but in fact, it sounded so lucrative that I was like, maybe I should get into one of these things and start making clips for somebody. I put out a couple good clips. I could make a couple million views if I was working at it. I think that's possible. No, I have a job. I should make this my job. That's why a lot of things. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to throw a little information about that out there, in case you didn't know why view counts were so high and chats were so low, and you were getting a bunch of shorts you didn't ask for. There you go. There's the reasons why. So that's my time. I ate up enough time.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
For telling me all the revealing the truth of the internet to me.
Everything's a lie. It's all fake.
Oh, welcome to the internet.
Yeah, like I said, I hope this Twitch thing, which is where all this started, this change is a little strong. But with how entrenched everything already is, I think there's going to have to be like some serious. I think you're right, like a combination of the two, like a banning of large streamers plus AI looking into, detecting what is a bot and what's not. I think that's a fair use for AI.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
Oh yeah.
So that's all my thing. Feel free to do what you want now. What do you guys got?
I think I'll go real quick because mine's pretty quick. Sony recently had their earnings news, and everyone's kind of talking about it because they announced how much money Bungie has made for them. Does anyone would you like to guess a number if you don't know it?
Well, let's see. How much was Bungie bought for?
I think either 4 or 6 billion. I think it's 6.
Nice.
$3.6 billion is what they were bought for. How much do you think they've made in the last year for Sony?
Negative.
It is a negative number. How negative do you think it is?
Oh, negative.
What's the time frame?
This last year. Last fiscal year.
Last year, that quarter.
Correct. Yep. In total.
Negative 100 million. That's my guess.
That's a guess. Strider?
It's got to be well over $1 billion, right?
It's not that high. But you're closer, actually. It was negative $765 million.
Why would you spend $3 billion on Bungie? I don't know.
And yeah, this people have been talking about this number because that is not a good look for them. In the earnings report, they basically had said that they have impairment losses for Bungie that are equal to about 765 million, and that is for the entire fiscal year. There have been some people saying it's like Marathon because Marathon's like the big thing with Bungie right now. But that is the full total for the year, not just Marathon included in that. Some good news for the Marathon players is they actually did state in this that they are going to be continuing to support the game and release more content for Marathon. Specifically citing how the Metacritic score for the game and also just the positive reviews for it and the retention also that the game has had. So that's something that's really good if you want the game to keep going, is having the big finance people say they want to support the game and keep making new stuff for it. That's who you want saying that. So that's pretty good. But I've heard some people say, looking at the report, I haven't seen it all myself yet, is that the numbers that they used aren't very up to date player number wise. Because if you look at the player numbers for Marathon, they were really steady at first, but they've dipped down quite a bit since then. I think it's hovering around like 15,000 is the peak currently the last couple weeks.
Yeah, the 24-hour peak right now is 15,353.
Yeah,
but the all-time peak was 77K. So they're kind of hemorrhaged a lot of players.
Yeah,
not high guard players, but they're still not doing. I think high guard costs a lot less than this.
Yeah, which does kind of change the story a little bit if they were not taking the most recent data into account. But then again, we don't know all the data because that's just Steam, right? I mean, we can make assumptions that console's the same, but we don't really know. Sony's going to be the one that actually knows those numbers. I can't imagine it's that different. But
if they were good, they'd publish them. I feel like they would,
Yeah.
It's like that meme of but the console players. Nah.
Yeah. So, but usually this is one of those things where they've already put the plans in place. So you're going to get more content at least for a little bit. So yeah. I hope Bungie does okay after this because Destiny 2 hasn't been doing that good either. And Sony has built a reputation by now of not being afraid to close a studio no matter how big of a name it is. They don't really care. So,
Well, I mean, we have to. I mean, as far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, we brought it up before, but it's because they make all their money off of Final Fantasy and something else. There's something else they make all their money off of, more so than their movies. More so, the most lucrative products in Sony's archive is Final Fantasy in-game purchases.
I think
and
it's a
something
lot of
else, I can't
Square
remember.
Enix products, if I remember right. I could be wrong. But yeah, this is this number is specifically just like what they lost in from Bungie, not their actual not their actual profit margins for all of their assets. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to find that because I know it's not shark cards, is it?
no,
That would be
you're thinking
crazy.
of no, I don't think it's shark cards. I'd have to look into it too. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for
right.
me.
All right, Strider, what you got?
Oh, well, it all started when Nintendo tweeted out on their news thing that in 10 minutes there was going to be a Starfox Direct. They literally just shadow dropped the Direct in terms of, like, all right, here's your 10-minute warning. Get ready to watch it. Like, there was no warning or early announcement that, like, hey, this is coming in a few days. They just shadow dropped the news tweet on their Nintendo's app.
I thought it was weird that it's just called Starfox Direct. Like, it's not even, it's just like, why is it even called that? We're just announcing Starfox. Why is that? Is that just what Nintendo
it
does?
was a 15-minute thing on Starfox.
Okay.
15, 20 minutes, because they talked, if I remember correctly, they talked about Starfox in the recent Nintendo movie, and then they announced that they're doing yet another Star Fox 64 remake, which, as I've already shown you guys, I had a less than stellar reaction to, because this now means that they've done the entire trifecta or more of all the re-releases of games.
Just run it back, man. See, it was just that good. We're just gonna be playing Star Fox 64 remakes until the end of time.
Well, what this means now is we've had basically everything for Star Fox 64 this week, because Star Fox 64 itself is a reboot. Then it got remastered for the 3DS. Then it got reimagined for the Wii U, and now it's going to be a full-blown remake for the Switch 2. They've done everything. This is now the same game / story for the 5th time, because every time Nintendo's like, I wonder if they want Star Fox, and then they release the Star Fox 64 again. It does abysmally, and then it slumbers for 10 more years before it's reawakened in the ever-returning cycle of, here's a new Star Fox game, now f off for 10 years. Because it's just Star Fox 64 again. Because every time they try to do a game other than 64, it sells terribly. Star Fox Adventure did terribly.
Hey, I like Star Fox Adventure.
Yeah, too bad it wasn't a Star Fox game until late in development.
I like that game.
Where basically Nintendo told Rare they could turn their game Dinosaur Planet into a Star Fox game and connect it. And then
Wait. Is Star Fox Adventure? I think I played this game and I hated the shit out of it.
Not good. It's really bad.
Oh yeah, this is terrible. You're not even in the ship. You're just running around collecting items and trash like that. Oh yeah,
Love
this
that game.
sucked. No, you're a monster. Go
Love
to jail.
that game. You know, I never
No.
beat it because I had it for GameCube. And I
Nobody
think
ever
I've said
beat
this
it.
on before. I never had a memory card for my GameCube. So when the GameCube went off, I had to replay the whole game again. Or I'm pretty sure if I died as well in some games, I'd had to restart the whole game afterwards because there's no save to load. So I've played a lot of the intro to Star Fox Adventure.
me too, because I was just a dumb shit kid and couldn't figure out how to beat that game.
I think, yeah, the second, like, you go to a swamp in the second level, like where you crash land, right?
It's
I
something
could
like
be
that.
wrong, but I remember I never got past like the early levels. I remember like being a kid, and, like, am I having fun with this? No, I'm turning this off.
I'm trying to remember where I left off. But anyway, sorry, we're getting sidetracked. Go ahead.
After that, they had Star Fox Assault, which, in my opinion, was probably the best game other than 64. But it still has the problem of we didn't know how to design a third-person shooter in any capacity because they wanted to have on-foot sections. There was also way too many of them comparatively to the rest of the on-rail sections. But the real problem with it is it came out like 1 month after Resident Evil 4 did, and it felt extremely dated by the time it came out.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Its control scheme is so abysmally outdated.
What
Because
looking at?
we still didn't know how we need to do controls because we still had tied like movement to looking.
Real quick, I wasn't thinking of Star Fox Adventures. I was thinking of Jet Force Gemini. I hate that game.
Oh, yeah, no.
Same look, same kind of garbage, just a different one.
And then
So are you excited to buy it again?
maybe we'll see. Because I'm in the catch-22 of if this game doesn't sell well, they're just gonna ban Star Fox for another 10 years.
That's not true. They look at how many Sonic games there are, and those are sometimes the worst thing ever. They just they got their guy, and they just say, hey, you know what? We don't got an original thing right now. Let's IP it. Hit them with the IP buff.
Like,
find a wonky
if
game
you
and
look
then
at
slap
the
Star
release
Fox in
dates
it.
for Star Fox games because it just gets a wider and wider margin.
I mean, I can believe that because, like I was saying earlier, like the people who originally enjoyed, like people who originally had Nintendo 64s and like Nintendo wasn't it on Super Nintendo the first one? Like that we're aged out. Like the people who really loved it are the people now are like playing remakes of it. They're not playing. They didn't play the original back in the day, and that can only go so far.
I mean, yes, I understand remakes. I just don't understand the fourth goddamn one.
Well, also, have you seen the like trailer or anything, Fliz?
Yeah,
No.
because they're
Dude,
based
this-
on the old puppets. Their designs are based on the old puppets.
It's
For the
like Star
commercials.
Fox Taxidermy Edition is what people are calling
Dude, they
it.
look like they're fantastic Mr. Fox characters. It's so off-putting.
It's kind of ugly. Actually, I'm pretty sure the original like artist for Fox McCloud like was dogging on it and said like, I don't know what you guys did, but this must be what happens when you don't put me in charge. Because
But
it's not good.
Blizzard, the WoW Twitter had a very stupid post though, where they put this.
It definitely, I think Fantastic Mr. Fox was that's the right term. Like this looks like and which is exactly why I had no interest in that movie. Like it looks horrendous. It's nightmare fuel.
Like, what is this, man?
That's Fantastic Mr. Star Fox. What do you mean?
You're not even including the worst part, which is his legs.
Oh
Cut him off.
Like
I
the
know
legs
that.
are
What's wrong with
real,
his
but
little legs?
he's got fucking tiny legs. The Falco's chicken legs.
They went a weird direction.
The
with,
other thing is like you have to
with
see.
that.
You also have to see the little like preview that they have for like the pilot UI, like when they're talking in a stage, because it's shot at like 8 FPS. It looks so weird. It does not look good in motion, and it's all because that there's a VTuber feature.
What do you mean it's a
You're
VTuber
right.
feature?
It is a VTuber feature.
Yes, there's a feature where you can use the Star Fox characters as like they'll mimic your like which way you're looking if you have the Nintendo Switch 2 camera accessory, and when you're talking in the party chat equivalent. I forget what the game chat or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Like,
'Cause-
Switch. The Switch 2 has like a kind of Discord equivalent now.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah, what it is it if you have the camera, it'll show like one of the Starfox characters, whoever you're playing, as like your VR character, and it will track like your movement. It'll move the mouth when you talk. It does that with these characters, and it looks really bad.
I love that I was hoping it was like a joke when we saw the trailer for the Nintendo like live streaming thing they had in there, and it's like just as bad. You're right, it's like 8 FPS, like garbage.
Dude. I feel that because like there's nothing you can do to make that good. Like it's just I feel like they were forced to do something with this feature, and they did what they could.
But like it's so everyone's design hits the uncanny valley for me, like to an extreme.
What are your thoughts on like what the actual game is? Like besides it being a remake, besides like the characters looking very disturbing, does it look like a good game otherwise? Like,
it's Star Fox 64. It's still if you haven't played 64, I can recommend it if you can get over the art style. But the problem is it's going to be $50, and the game is like 40 minutes long per route, and there's like 3 of them. Like there's 3 distinct basic difficulties, because there's the easy, and then you can transition off of easy or medium or hard into medium. But there's basically 3 direct lines through the solar system, and you can go up and down based on how you accomplish a mission, because there's like secrets. But like it's still only like probably 3 to 4 hours to beat every stage, because they do have this thing of challenges and a new difficulty, like a harder difficulty that they have, where you can basically replay stages and it'll have certain objectives for you to do, like kill a certain number of enemies at once with a bomb, which you need to wait for a specific section in the stage to do, or so forth. So they're little challenges, but it's still not like a big thing. And also, like, because this is like Star Fox 64 is designed to be a replayable game, but it's also like the 5th time we've done this game. So
you
like
clearly didn't understand just how replayable it is.
The other thing that's gonna suck is the super cheesy dialogue isn't gonna be delivered. Like I can still hear so many Star Fox 64 voice lines in my head. Like the first boss dying is forever burned into my head. Andros, I failed you. As he explodes, is 100% stuck in my head.
You say it's a really short game, but let me tell you something real quick. I knew this security guard at my old job, and he was a weird guy. and I like one day he invited me to come over and hang out, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I went over there, and we're in our 20s, right? And I go over there, and it's like across town. And I'm like, yeah, what'd you want to do? And we go in his room, and he has me sit there and watch him play Star Fox 64. And like you said, it's only 40 minutes, but my God, that was the longest 40 minutes of my entire life. I had the worst time. It was so uncomfortable. Like 2 grown men, and he's like, yeah, check this out. I'm like, dog, this is, I was a kid when I first saw this game. What are we doing here? I thought you wanted to go do something like maybe lunch, or I don't know, anything but sit in your room watching you play video games. I'm good, man. We're not tight like that.
I could hear the pain in your voice. That was amazing.
It was really weird. Like he just like he didn't say that's what we were gonna do. That's just what happened. He didn't want to put on a 2-player game or nothing. He just made me watch him play Star Fox.
Like all the other games are 2-player games, just staring at them on the shelf, and he's just going for run 2.
Nintendo 64, notorious party console. I'm gonna play alone. You got to sit on my bed with me and watch. What the fuck are we doing? What is this? You're gonna kiss me next? This is so weird.
The technical worst part is there is, I think, technically a versus mode.
I would have, you know what?
So
at that point, I just wanted it to
Star
end.
Fox 64 with you in some capacity. He just told you to get fucked and watch you play instead.
I got nothing.
There is. There
just
is
wanted
actually.
to go.
There is a split screen mode for up to 4 players.
Yeah, I didn't know that because he didn't show me. He just said, I'm going to fight Andros. I don't even think he won. Like, he gave up at the end. He didn't even beat the run. That was the worst part. I got cucked out of the ending of
I can't believe Starfox 64 cucked Liz.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh,
Nice guy, just a little strange.
he just really wanted to show you Starfox. That's all.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I hope he's not listening. I'm not going to name names, but
He knows what he did.
yeah, he knows what he did. Fuck you, guy. I don't even remember his name.
That's worse. You
I bet he's excited for this release.
I just keep seeing more like fucked up images of this fucking game, man.
Dude.
It looks like the taxidermy 5.
Yeah, definitely like the same vibes as like original Sonic movie that had to be changed vibes.
I hope it's just like a marketing stunt. Like they're gonna show what it's actually supposed to look like, or maybe like the real Star Fox game.
Nah, Nintendo doesn't do marketing stunts.
Oh god,
They just release the same shit over
It
and over
releases
again.
next month.
oh no,
Yeah.
there's no time.
Well,
No,
I hope all you Star Fox
'cause-
fans are getting what you want.
No, because the thing that's killing me is I keep seeing DLSS 5 memes for it because people are like, just take DLSS 5 off. Like, all I can see on these images. It's just,
Bro. I need someone to run another DLSS 5 when it comes out. I want someone to make a mod for it. Please, I need it.
like the way, because that's what I'm seeing when I look at gameplay of it. It's like, it looks like someone is like one of those like Nintendo games and DLS 5 beams. This is what it reminds me of.
Oh,
And I do not like it. Because everything I look at it, like, it's very pretty and well done. But it's off-putting because I know it's a Star Fox game. Like, most of the designs are like, the graphics are fine. It's specifically the characters that really push it there.
Yeah, the game itself actually looks fantastic. Like the environments and like the vehicles and everything else.
It's
Like, it looks
basically
really good.
It's basically how I remember Star Fox 30 years ago. Or so from 30
Yeah,
years
it's like what you remembered it looking like back in the day.
Which, as much shit as we're giving it, like that's kind of a cool thing. If you like, if you really want to hit those nostalgia keys, like if you go, like, let's say I went back to Final Fantasy VII a long time ago. I beat it when I was really young, and I loved it. It was my favorite game. And then I was like, I'm gonna try this again, and it was rough.
You can
Like
feel
it's
the
not.
crunch.
It's still. It's very playable. It's still good. It's just not how I remember it. And I think doing some research. When we were thinking of researching a topic, and I was looking into Diablo, and Diablo 3 had the same problem where people were like, this isn't like the old Diablo. This isn't dark enough. This isn't gothic enough. And they're like, not if you go back and play that, it's not really as dark and gothic. It's pretty bright. Like there's a lot of color and stuff, and people just don't remember it that way.
Yeah.
So to go back and kind of remake people's memories, I don't hate that. And if anybody's going to do it, I mean, Nintendo is going to be the one. So they can re-release Skyrim 100 times. They can remake Star Fox. I don't care.
Are you gonna buy it though? That's the question.
I don't even have a Nintendo Switch 2.
That didn't
You can
stop you
still
from
buy the
buying
game.
Concord.
That's true.
That's true. Oh, beautiful Concord. One day you'll be worth $45. If anybody wants to buy a sealed copy of Concord, let me know.
Nah.
I got you.
There is one thing. I just it's kind of a non sequitur, but there's one character design that I think got assassinated super hard. And there's a specific character that shows up in 1 and 2 stages named Cat. That's what they look like in the 3DS remaster, right?
Okay.
Huh?
This is what they look like now.
Oh my god.
Why would you do like that? What? That's not even the same character. That's like her creepy uncle.
What? Dude, someone hated this character. Someone on the dev team
Absolutely.
had like nightmares about this character and just said, you know what? Take this. Oh my god.
It's like you know how when cats get old and their teeth start to fall out and they're like,
Oh,
this is
fucking
that.
meth addict reimagining of the character.
Is this really the same character?
Yes, it's Cat is the name of the cat.
That's
I don't see.
wild.
There's not even like there's no except for the pointed sides. There's no simple. God, I'm gonna have to put so many pictures in this episode. There's
you
like
are.
nothing.
It's all
You
Starfox.
Like, let me send you a bunch of pictures during this audio platform. Good, the listeners will love that.
Jay, lean
if
in
you're
close
not
to the
looking-
mic and describe what we're looking at.
Oh yeah. So here is the equivalent of Lola Bunny from Space Jam. And then here's a rabbit that got hit and left in the middle of the road in real life. That is the difference.
That's wild. I honestly am like shocked. That's crazy.
Like,
Who looked at this and said, yeah, looks
No,
good?
somebody had an axe to grind for real. Like somebody hated this character.
Oh my god.
I just saw it ever since I could not get it out of my mind. It's such a bad look. I do not like it.
I'm like, I don't even know what else to say.
It really fits in with like the split screen thing that I saw earlier that's running at like photo
8 FPS.
yeah. Like they're doing what they can, but like the technology isn't keeping up or something. I don't know.
No.
If there's a game that could use DLSS 5, maybe this
Someone
is it.
massacred whatever this creature used to be. Like, its teeth aren't even like symmetrical. It's got like gaps in its teeth and they're all crooked.
Yeah, it's like when you have an old cat, it's got to chew on like the side
my
of its mouth
God.
because it can't chew with its regular teeth anymore. It's
Oh, dude. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no,
see this in my nightmares tonight.
You're welcome.
0 points are awarded for this
No,
remake.
dude, someone needs to go to jail. Like, oh
Like
my
the
God.
gameplay that I saw looks like you said, it does look reminiscent of what I remember as a kid, which is cool.
I
But
mean,
this
it's
cat is not something that fits that.
It looks like a cool rail shooter, and then there's a nightmare inside of it.
It's actually a horror game. I didn't tell you though.
What the fuck? Put it back.
we need to find whoever came up with this design and just ask them why. I need to know.
Interview. Yeah.
Exclusive interview.
No. Beautiful. All right. Well, you got anything else? I guess.
Apparently, the original Starfox designer, like for the characters, said that he prefers the movie versions of Fox compared to the game.
Oh, yeah, dude, I prefer the N64 version. Like, it's not great. And honestly, like, from some angles, Fox doesn't actually look that bad. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
Like,
as soon as you see his feet. It's as soon as
Yeah.
it's him, like him and Falco is like as soon as you see their entire body is where it goes off.
Yeah,
Like-
it's they don't have very many flattering angles to look at them, to be honest. And even then, like, just the way that they're designed makes it just makes it so that they clearly can't emote, right? Like, they just aren't able to because they're just animals. So they can't really emote in a way that's easy to understand. So it just looks
It's like
really awkward.
It's like those live action Lion King remakes where it's like you can't. They
That is a
there's a
lion.
reason they were drawn the way they were. It's because a cat singing doesn't really look like a cat, doing anything fun.
Yeah. Essentially. So I don't know. I feel like some decision was made that the devs had to just go along with, and this is what they had to make. That's what it feels like. I feel like you wouldn't do this on purpose otherwise. It feels very strange.
Because the designs are very reminiscent of like the original like puppet that they had. I think for the original like box art or like magazine art they had for the original Star Fox. Because that's what I think the vibe they were going for, but it just does not land.
No, even these honestly are actually really good. These look fine. for what they are.
Apparently, Starfox was in the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the movie I'm talking
I'm
about.
surprised you didn't hear about that. That was actually a big thing. People were talking about
I
it.
don't care.
Well, just
I would
with
never.
I figured you would know because you have kids, and I'm sure you see like videos about like Mario movies and stuff.
No, she watches. What's that show you guys like? She watches that. Not Has Been Hotel. The other
circus one.
I don't know what it's called. The circus one. She
Amazing
loves
Digital
that.
Circus.
She got tickets.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies, I'm seeing this article on My Nintendo News. A leaker named Daniel RPK, who has take this with a grain of salt, a spotty record with leaking movies, claims a Star Fox film is in active development by Nintendo and Illumination.
Oh,
So,
dude, and
this comment says this guy is always wrong. So, like I
You
said,
know what the
grain of
best bit?
salt.
No.
You know what that means though? If they do the fucking Corneria War, it's gonna be the 6th goddamn adaptation of this story. I'm going to lose it.
the charm.
No, it's not. I just want a new game to play. New content.
Remake Starfox Adventure. I want to play it
Because
again.
we've known that. Because the other important thing is that this was leaked like last month. Someone leaked that this was happening. And because he said that it was coming out, because he originally, I think, was supposed to come out, like, the announcement was supposed to be late April, but it came out early May instead. But the other things that he also announced means that we're probably getting an Ocarina of Time remake at the end of the year, and we're getting a new 3D Mario finally next year, because he leaked the same things at the same time he announced that there would be a Star Fox game. And
I'm like, why didn't they just go with like the Smash Bros. Star Fox? Like, people love that.
I don't know.
Weird.
Honestly, even like I think the design for the last Star Fox game, what was it, like 0 or something?
yes, 0 was the last one, and then before that, I think was the 3D remake.
Yeah,
remaster.
they looked fine. Like there's nothing wrong with them. They look like Star Fox characters, you know. Like I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like if it's strange. Like I can't see a world where like these decisions were made in a way that was not influenced in a way that they could not curve away from, you know, because at some point someone's got to look over someone's shoulder and be like, what are you doing, bro? Like,
It's fantastic, Mr. Fox. 100%. That's all.
I
The
swear,
picture that
I
keeps
swear.
popping up might as well be from that movie.
I swear it's his feet that are the problem. Because someone did an edit of giving him his old ass giant boots, and it looks so much better.
It's fine to me either way. I mean,
no,
obviously
it does
these feet
look
are a
way
little
better.
tiny.
I agree. I think it looks way better.
Like
I think the pants still, the greaves make it look much better. Yes.
yeah, because I know they're supposed to have like robotic legs. It is a part of the Star Fox lore, but it's just the only other thing I want to say about the remake before I forget is that because the original game is basically all killer no filler. It's your like stages are like 5 minutes long. You're going from one to the next, which is why the game takes like 40 minutes because it's 6 or
And all
7
the-
stages.
All the story elements are like through dialogue while playing too.
Yes,
So it's really
but
quick.
now there's cutscenes before and after each stage.
Ugh.
And looking at the cutscene, I think they showed off the cutscene. There's 2 cutscenes they showed off in the trailer. They showed off the one that leads, I think, into the first stage, and they showed a prologue, which shows basically James McCloud's like fate is like the prologue, the opening of the game.
Yep. I remember seeing that.
But because the delivery in the cutscenes is so like the James one is pretty good. I found that one pretty fun. The problem was the one that's before the first stage, Corneria, like it's just all the characters are incredibly flat. Like there's not enough campiness, which is what I really remembers from Star Fox 64, like dialogue vibe.
Yeah, that's a big worry, especially because like a lot of the draw to like these Starfox games is you have these key characters, so how they interact with each other is like a big part of your experience with it. You know.
But yeah, that's about the last thing I wanted to mention.
All right. Are you excited? You gonna buy it? Yeah.
I
say yeah. I'm gonna
I
buy
have
it.
no idea.
I think you'll buy it. I want to see it played, and I want to see if it's as bad as it should.
Well, I mean, Star Fox 64 is a fantastic game. That's why, like,
Yeah,
new
that's
people,
true.
new people buying like is perfectly fine. My problem with it isn't that they've remade the game. It's that they've remade the same games and story for the 5th time. That is my problem. Because when I heard
Yeah.
announcements of, hey, new games coming, I was excited. Oh, I'm finally going to get to play things. When it turns out, it's just Star Fox 64.
I have to imagine that those sell better than the new games, if that's how that's happening.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But the problem
Yeah.
is every time they try to do a new game or a remake recently, it's like it's sold bad in every context. Like, the only thing that sells well in Star Fox, because the series doesn't sell well in general, is 64, which is very unfortunate.
I mean, Smash people love Star Fox.
People love Smash.
That's true. All right, I think that's our time for today. Y'all got any other little tidbits you want to knock out before we get on out of here?
That's it for me.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for that Star Fox news. I'm excited to see where this goes. If you have any questions or comments or want to see if you send me an email, I'll send you the best picture I can find of new Star Fox. I'm just going to send them fantastic, Mr. Fox. Do us a favor, leave a like on the video. Hit us up at giantenemycrabpod@gmail.com. We're on Twitter, TikTok, X, whatever, all the things. Find us there. Other than that, thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Later.